Okay. Hello, my name is Grace Gius,
And my name is Olivia Hansel.
and we are presenting about our global learning community for ISEC development and dissemination. So a brief introduction to the technology. The ISEC is the insulated solar electric cooker, and what that is it's a resistive heater that is directly connected to a 100-watt solar panel.
So to talk a little bit about our past work, last year we established Soul Cook Ghana, which was created to promote building and dissemination of ISECs in Ghana. We left the company with our collaborator, Emmanuel. And last year, we also had Emmanuel help us disseminate 10 ISECs with a bag of rice in the community Kojo Quanta with his community contact. And as you can see on the bottom in the red pin, that's where Kojo Quanta is. And the picture to the right is Emmanuel mounting a solar panel on top of a house. Recently, we sent out surveys, user surveys, with the people who are using ISECs in Kojo Quanta. And what we learned is that the technology does need some work, and that staple foods that people are making with their ISECs is taking much longer than with their traditional cooking methods.
So our current work branches off of our establishing Soul Cooking Ghana, and we are focusing right now on establishing multiple businesses with a larger global learning community. So the overall objective right now is to disseminate ISECs in communities appropriately through people with existing connections to those communities. So basically, what we do is we support collaborators from different countries who are interested in developing a business, producing and selling our cookers using as many locally sourced materials as possible. And so when a collaborator wants to work with us, they have to go through a certain set of stages. And the initial stage is the vetting process, where we make sure that they do have a pre-existing connection to the target communities and adequate technical ability and technical resources available to them in order to construct and produce these cookers. So then they can apply to the next stage after we verify that they have all those things. And the stage one is $1,000 to build 8 working ISECs and implement them in homes, as well as collect feedback on those users. In stage 2, that's where collaborators really establish their business, and they can apply to receive $4,000 to scale up construction, building 80 ISECs and selling those to homes. And then the last stage is even further business growth, but no collaborator has reached this stage yet, so we haven't determined the exact numbers.
The current state of the project right now is we have collaborators in Ghana, Togo, Sierra Leone, South Africa, India, and our newest collaborators in Jamaica. So everyone is currently in the process or in the stage 1. We're only building, there's no dissemination yet, and we're still trying to learn how to construct ISECs and keep building.
As for lessons learned, we determined that the best way to communicate the technology is to have an open source construction manual. So we host these on Google Docs so that we can frequently alter the document as a living document to reflect the frequent technological changes. But we also decided that the construction manuals were not enough. So we needed a centralized location where collaborators and researchers could discuss the technology related to use and production. So we created a publicly accessible forum. And this forum has 3 main sections. So the first section is a sub-forum for ISEC Assembly. And the purpose of this section is for people to ask questions about ISEC construction and just have general discussions about alternative construction methods and innovations. And I also want to note that our recent Jamaican collaborator contacted us by posting in this section, which is exciting.
And then the next section is a section where collaborators can discuss actually cooking with the ISEC. So again, this purpose, or the reason we have this subforum, is for questions and discussion about general cooking use of ISECs and issues they're having with cooking. And it's also a place where they can share recipes and what they've successfully cooked and unsuccessfully cooked in their ISECs.
And the last section is our ISEC design update section. And the purpose of this section is for our Cal Poly researchers to post any design updates or innovations that they have come across. And also collaborators can post any design alterations that they have used and seen either work or not work for them.
So currently an issue we're running into is a sourcing problem. Collaborators in Africa are having a hard time acquiring essential materials to build their ISECs. We're looking into an inexpensive way to send these materials to Africa and possibly Jamaica. Right now we have a short-term solution and a long-term solution to this issue. The short-term solution is we have a collaborator who's in the States right now that's going to Africa on February 1st. So we've given him the materials and he can take them to Africa, distribute them amongst the people who need them. And then the long-term solution is we're trying to figure out a way to set up a sustainable supply chain within Africa so that materials can be shipped to one country and then they can be distributed throughout to whoever needs them. And then another issue we're running into is time differences and time zones for meetings. Trying to meet with everyone on a global stage is really hard. So we've had to break up our meeting times and it's hard to get people all in the same room. So again, thank you so much for watching our presentation. If you have any questions at all, our general email is isecteam.info@gmail.com. And then Grace and mine's personal email is on the bottom as well. If you can look to the right, there's a link to our website and there's also a link to the forum that we talked about. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.